care of my mother. You are selfish, Kemi. She looked him dead in the eyes. No, Sola. I'm leaving because you never saw me as your partner, just as a guest in your family's house. And with that, she walked out. Filing for divorce wasn't easy. Emotionally, it felt like Kemi was ripping off her own skin. Legally, it was messy too. Her parents tried to intervene, telling her to reconsider. His family, on the other hand, called her disrespectful and selfish, saying she had no right to abandon her son over something so small. But to Kemi, it wasn't small. It wasn't about the mother-in-law moving in. It was about respect. It was about partnership. It was about the man she had loved for 6 years, choosing to silence her instead of stand with her. And when they finally sat in front of the mediator, Sola wouldn't even look at her. He kept telling them she is the one who doesn't want the marriage. She refused to accept my family. Kemi wanted to scream, "No! I refuse to accept disrespect." Or she said quiet, because she knew nothing she said would change his mind. He had already rewritten the story in his head. She was the villain, the ungrateful wife. The first few weeks after the separation were brutal. Kemi couldn't sleep. She kept checking her phone, half expecting him to call and apologize, to beg her to come back. But the call never came. Instead, she heard through mutual friends that he had already moved his mother into the apartment, and guess who was always there too? Bisi. It stung. God, it stung so badly. But slowly, the pain started to fade. She threw herself into work. She leaned on her friends and siblings, and most importantly, she reminded herself that living wasn't a failure, it was survival. Because truthfully, if she had stayed, she would have drowned in that marriage. People often say marriage is about sacrifice, and Kemi agreed. But it's not supposed to be one-sided. She had sacrificed 6 years of her life building something with Sola. She sacrificed her time, her emotions, her loyalty. Yet, when it came time for him to choose her, to protect her, to stand by her, he chose them instead. And that's the part that hurts the most. Not that his mother wanted to move in, not that Bisi disrespected her, but her husband, the man she loved more than anything, watched it all happen and still decided she was the problem. Now, months later, Kemi looked back and realized she dodged a bullet. If he could treat her that way in the first week of their marriage, what would life have been like in year 5, year 10? Probably worse. Now, did she overreact? Was she too harsh walking away so soon? Should she have endured a little longer? Or did she do the right thing by choosing herself over a marriage that was doomed from the start?